What's going on, Moto fans? Transmitting from the future-free state of Greater Idaho, I am the one-armed madman who's ready to talk some Supercross. Boy, the perfect season, done and gone. That was quick. The fact that people were talking about a perfect season before it even started is unreal. Like, the kid is in his first season on a 450 in Supercross. You can't expect him to win. Even after watching him go 22-0 in outdoors, how could you expect him to do something that nobody's ever done on his first try? Like, come on, let's give the kid a little break here. He's a kid. He's a 20-year-old kid, and he's racing full-grown men. Chase Sexton looks like he could be playing free safety for the 49ers. Eli Tomac, he's been the monster in this class for years now. Kenny looks like he could be a boxer. The kid is in great shape. Even Shane McElrath, he's a big, strong dude. Jett is a little kid. Yeah, oh, look at my neck. Screw his neck. He's 150 pounds. Like, what do you expect him to do on a track like that, lugging around a 250-pound bike? Like, these guys are more suited to win a race like that. And this is this should be a good wake-up call for Jett. He can now go, hey, look, these guys can do something that I can't, and I need to build on this skills because someday a championship may depend on it. We're ending off the series in Salt Lake City. You know where there's a lot of in Salt Lake City? Thunderstorms. So the thought that it could come down to a mud race is not crazy. And I think this should be a good wake-up call for him. Like, when I was in high school, when I graduated high school, I was 155 pounds, soaking wet. I was a C-class rider, a mid-pack C-class rider. Nothing special. I don't know that I even won any big races in C-class. But I moved to Southern California, and I took like 6 months off. I jacked up my rib cage. My back was messed up, and I was just kind of over it for a while. And I ended up going to the gym to pick up chicks. It had nothing to do with moto. But over that year and a half, I put on like 30 pounds. And once I got back on the bike, I went from C-class to A-class immediately. I didn't learn any new skills. Yes, I was riding more and I was riding with better people, but I had all those skills. I needed the strength to be able to implement them at the proper time. And once I was able to get back on the track and race A-class, I smoked guys that were killing me in Northern California my entire amateur career. So the thought of like Jett coming out 2, 3, 4 years from now, weighing 185 pounds, is a scary thought, because when he comes out looking like Chase Sexton, the kid is going to be unbeatable. Which brings us to 72. Oh, that was the other one all week. Oh my God, he's calling Jeremy. He's going for 72. What do you expect? Like, people are acting like he ran up on the podium, grabbed the mic, and just called out Jeremy. I'm coming for you, Jeremy. This is not how it goes. He was in the media room. He shows up at Feld. They sit him across from a journalist who probably printed out questions from ChatGPT, and they asked him what he thought about 72. And he gave them a great answer. Look, I'm a kid. I'm a badass. I've got a lot of time in this class, and I think that it's possible. And like, what do you want him to say? Let's look at his marketing machine in a vacuum. So if you just looked at his marketing machine and take away the riding, you look at, like, we're shoving donuts down people's throat. You're selling $2,500 tickets to young girls who thinks he's a dreamboat in the pits. So, like, it looks like the kid really cares. He's got a new Rolls Royce. What does he care about? The money. But then you go watch him ride, and man, the kid is just on it. He's a badass. So, like, what would you rather him say? Oh, yeah, I don't give a shit about 72. All I really care about is winning 10 races a year for the next 5 years, making $10 million a year, 15 if I'm lucky, and then I'm going to ride off into the sunset and call it good. Like, what do you, that's what you want? You just want him to one and done and I'm out of here. Like, no, that's not the answer we want. And like, the marketing machine, while it is shoving donuts down our throat when we clearly don't want them, this is a good thing. Like, I was on Twitter last night and Jett was trending on Twitter. That doesn't happen. This has not happened in years. Like, I do not remember the last time Eli Tomac or Chase Sexton trended on Twitter. That doesn't happen without Lucas Myrtle and without this marketing machine. And this is what it's going to take if we want to go to the next level. And maybe we don't want to go to the next level. Maybe we like moto being the core sport that it is, and we don't want big money coming in. But then we've got to stop complaining about riders not making enough money and the privateers getting screwed. So, like, what do we want? Do we want donuts or do we want privateers? It's up to you. Until next time, keep it on the rev limiter.